What the hell? Well, I'm gonna face Ashy. What the fucking? I don't know. Anyway, hey YouTube, this is the one and only Cashmere Majesty. I am back again with another live video. Hold on, I need my face spray because wow, my face looks like that. All right, it looks somewhat better. Anyway, hello y'all. My name is Cashmere Majesty, and I'm back again with another live video. And in today's live video, I just wanted to speak. I just wanted to do something for y'all. I know I said that I was going to do the Bean Boozled challenge, but probably not yet. I don't know because them damn beans got some flavors that I don't know. Anyway, so in today's video, I just wanted to do something where I'll take the time to tell y'all some childhood memories that I remember, and give y'all a little backstory of my life and fun moments I had with family members, most of them that are no longer with us. So, the first memory I want to talk about is the time that someone ate my Aunt Trina's potato salad and she was mad. So, I don't remember exactly what year it was. I know it was way back. I was young. And I remember I used to go to Southwest and spend the night at my Aunt Trina house. Um, anyway, so back then, it probably was the summertime, but I don't know. It was something. But I remember she was letting people know she's like, y'all picked on a barbecue at her house and asking if anybody wanted to go. But we was all in the house chilling. Everybody had their own reasons, probably why they didn't want to go or whatever the case may be. So she was like, "She ain't bringing nothing back." Um, so we all in the house chilling, doing whatever it was to do at that time. And when she came back, she had her own food because she said she wasn't bringing nothing back. And someone ended up eating her potato salad. She was really mad. Um, she is cursing everybody out like I told y'all Pick was having the barbecue, none of y'all wanted to go. She's like, y'all done fucking violated. She's like, I want to know who the fuck ate my shit. Ain't nobody tell y'all go in there eat my shit. I asked y'all, did y'all want to go? Everybody said no. She was cursing the house out, and I don't think anybody ever told her face to face who ate it. Majority of the house kept talking about some they ain't eat potato salad. Most of them was blaming me because I always loved when my aunt made potato salad. Every cookout, I would ask her is she coming so she could make the potato salad. But yeah, she was big mad. You know, when you do something that you know gonna piss her off, or if you don't do something that she asks, you better not come her way for about a good few hours. Um, but this was around the time she was living at Grays in the Southwest, somewhere near where we used to live at when we lived on Dewey Street. And I mean, she was live there. Another untrained memory I have is at this time she probably used to she probably lived yeah, this time she lived in West Philly somewhere. And this might have been Halloween. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, it probably was like 2014, 2015, one of those 2 years. It was either 2014 or 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And she threw a Halloween party. A lot of family and friends of family came. Um, Around that time, I was in love with wearing wigs, just buying random wigs from the hair store. I had a nice long and curly wig, and it had like a auburn, like a honey blonde ombre at the bottom, and I had this black hat on. I got pictures. I don't remember everything I wore. I had I had black lipstick on, and I probably was wearing glasses. So the party was settling down, and people were still there. Family was there. Family friends were still there. The party was settling down, and I think a majority of everybody was in a dining room. And at the house, I think my uncle Albert, he had like this car seat, not a baby car seat, but like y'all know, in the living room. I think that's what it was. Cause I don't think I was sitting on the couch. It had to be like a car seat or something. Was it the living room or dining room? It was somewhere. It was I think it was close to the dining room. But I was laying on it, or was it a couch? I'm trying to fully remember. Anyway, so I'm laying down, and I got my face turned to the cushion and my back turned to whoever behind me. So I don't know. I don't remember who this lady was. I don't remember. I ever knew her name, but I think she was a friend of my aunt's or a friend of somebody that was there. And I don't know if she was trying to speak or if she was trying to be smart, but she kept referring to me as a female. And my aunt was saying that's my nephew. But she kept trying to be smart because of the wig I had on. And my face wasn't towards anybody. I had towards the thing. But I'm not that thick. I'm pretty sure you knew damn well who I was and what I was. Because you had to be there most of the night. I was up dancing, up talking to everybody, giving out hugs and whatever. I feel like the bitch was trying to be smart, and I'm shocked I don't remember who she was or if I ever knew her name or whatever. So I wasn't asleep though. I was up. I just was trying to go to sleep. And I remember snatching my wig off. I snatched the head off, snatched the wig off, threw it on the floor in response to her being disrespectful. And I went back to laying down. Still trying to be smart. So my aunt Tran started cursing her out. And when my aunt Denise heard what was happening, she started snapping. One thing they do not do is play about their nephew, still to this day. Well, my aunt Trina is no longer with us, as we know. But if she was here still to this day, they do not play about their nephew. Let anybody say the wrong thing and they hear it and they witness it, or asses will be cussed out and whooped if necessary. But um then another time, I don't know who this lady was. I think it was some crackhead or something. There's the Southwest, and my aunt and I think my aunt, uncle, and everybody was sitting on the porch. When I was outside, I was about to go to the store or something. Yeah, I believe this was when they're still on Grays. and they was talking to somebody, and this lady came up, and I think she looked at me a certain way or said something smart as I was walking, and I think I stuck my middle finger up at her, or I said something back, but I think I cussed her ass smooth one out. Mine was like, I told y'all stop fucking with him, but I don't play. Then another time, I got a lot of memories when it comes to my aunt Trinity because I was always trying to spend at her house or something. Um, Another childhood memory I got is my great grandpa was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Ben Howard Cambridge Jr. was crazy, and not in a bad way, in a good way. We might not have thought it was that funny back then, but as we get older, you could continuously keep bringing up these stories, and you be laughing your ass off every time, depending on who you talking to. What the hell? This damn bed is getting my nerves. Even if you just sitting back and thinking about stuff, and it just pop up in here, and you just speak on it out loud. My great grandpa, who the family knew as dad, he was funny. He was, so anyway, sorry about that. I say this because um when his children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, and the list goes on and on and on, used to act up. He had this black belt, the leather thick black belt, and it was one of his favorite belts, and he knew exactly where to put it. I'm pretty sure all black fathers, the black fathers that don't play when it comes to disrespect, everybody got that favorite black thick leather belt. That's the ass whooping belt. Most of them might wear it around their waist for special purposes, but most of them never wear it. They just have it in the place just in case they got whoop ass. Well, so I never got whooped by my great grandfather. Everybody else tells stories about how they got cussed out and they got whooped or something happened. I never got whooped. The only thing my great grandfather ever did that I can remember is one time I was sleeping in the living room couch because I wasn't feeling well. He knew I was scared of mice and stuff. So I'm knocked out. And as soon as I open my eyes, who do I see? My great grandfather in my face with this toy rat in his hand. I almost shit on myself. I was so scared. I seen my great grandfather smile. I seen him laugh a few times. But I never in life seen him laugh so hard up until that day. at my reaction. And I'm dead serious. I've never been whooped. I don't ever think my great grandfather had to yell at me. Now he might yell, call my name if he think I couldn't hear him because I was probably down the basement or something. The only thing my great grandfather ever did was he'd get on me because I'll be reading his books in the basement and stuff. He had bookshelves in the family room in the basement. He had bookshelves in the garage. It was just a whole bunch of books because he used to be a teacher and stuff. And they collect books, and I don't think nobody cared to read those books except for me. And this is the God honest truth. I don't think nobody in the family cared to read those books, probably except for me. They'd just be there. And I just got to the point where I'll be bored in the house watching videos, and I just pick up a book and start reading it. Now, my great grandma, she got on my case. I never got whooped or nothing, but she got on my case 2 times I remember. One time it was because I was being nosy while grown folks was talking. And I was pretending to look at the family pictures in the dining room. And she told me to go watch music videos and stop being nosy. And another time I was singing a song and I said the word nigger. That's the only 2 times I remember my great grandma ever getting on my case. But my great grandfather, they used to call him Superman. And the story that I used to always get was when somebody did something, and it was up to the point where they really done fucked up. He would stop whatever he doing, fly down the steps with his belt, knocking pictures off the wall and everything, swinging the belt back and forth, and he used to whoop ass. My great grandfather was someone at the whole Penrose Southwest area knew. He taught. He was always outside cutting grass. Every time the family was in need, he usually be the one riding his multiple cars to pick everybody up. He used to tell stories about how the kids used to act up, and he was not afraid to whoop ass. Actually, one of the last stories he ever told before his passing, one of my last times with him, we was all in the dining room sitting, and I think I was eating cereal or something. I was just getting finished eating cereal or something. Whatever the case may be, we was on the dining room sitting, and he is sitting in his favorite spot. His spot was always near the what you call it, china cabinet. My great grandma, her favorite spot was by the back window in the dining room, so she could see out the front window, see who was coming down the block. Because the majority, like their block was kind of funny. It was a long block of houses, but if you coming all the way down, majority of the people who drove or walked was coming to her house. So she would always look out that window to be able to know who's coming over. So anyway, this is what when we all just sitting in the living room, we talking. I mean, not the living room, down room, talking and laughing. And my great grandfather, he just went on with a story talking about how the kids used to act up. He used to whoop their ass and tell their parents, and you could tell them, you go tell your parents, I whoop their asses too. And they used to call him Superman. Speaking of his Superman, one time before we moved to Dewey Street, we was living with my great grandfather because we left North Philly, went to Southwest, and we was looking for somewhere to stay in Southwest. So I think my aunt Trina, I believe she was staying at my great grandparents' house too. So we all was staying, and the majority of the time, all the kids and stuff would have to stay down in the basement. To be honest, I believe those the older cousins putting it in my great grandfather head to make us stay down in the basement because they wanted to do stuff and felt like we was going to snitch. Now there was some times we was allowed to be upstairs, whatever the case may be, but the family room was a basement. And I used to get mad because I'm like, look, why the hell we can't be upstairs? I feel like, well, I'm starting to feel like we damn prisoners. And the other time we'd be able to go anywhere in the house that we wanted to. Now we just stuck down the basement and we only able to go upstairs unless we eating or doing schoolwork. Then it's down the basement. The fuck? Anyway, so me and my cousin Dominique was trying to be like the older kids. And we was in the living room. In the dining room. And my cousin Paul kept telling us we better go down back down the basement before Dad catch us. But then Dominique started fussing at her because she kept bothering me. And they're trying to instigate us to fight. But before anything could happen, I noticed that my great grandfather was making his way down the basement. I mean, down the stairs. I wasn't trying to get in trouble. So I ran down the basement, and of course, Dominique, she had taken her sweet time coming and ended up getting caught. And everybody's in the family wrong. Watching, I think they're watching movies and stuff. And I used to try to go upstairs because I want to watch music videos. I don't want to watch what everybody else is watching. That's why I used to always want to go to my Uncle Benny house, or I go up to see Aunt Denise's house. Now, Aunt Denise's house, she had cable in the living room and she had cable down the basement, but any other room I don't think had cable. I think my cousin's teacher room had cable for a short period of time, but I don't know. And I knew after she watched her Law and Order, she was up already and out doing something. She didn't really care who was watching what. So most of the time I'd go up there and watch music videos. But so yeah, so I ran downstairs and Dominique ended up getting caught. And they said she got, well, she said she got popped or whatever the case may be. I was laughing at my Aunt Trina and everybody was wondering why I was laughing when I came downstairs. And I told the truth. I was like, we was upstairs with Quilla and everybody. And Dad ain't want no kids upstairs. So he came down the steps and she got caught. You know, my great grandfather at this time, my great grandmother was no longer with us. She passed. And she passed at home on my great grandfather's birthday. So yeah, she passed my great grandfather's birthday. And she passed in the bedroom. So my great grandfather never want to sleep in there. He ended up sleeping in the den. And the bedroom was empty up until family started coming over needing a place to stay. And he started allowing the family to sleep in the room. Now, I remember one time I helped him clean up, I think I'll spend there or something. He said, I could sleep in here, but I didn't. I helped him make the bed and clean up. Well, he would teach me how to make a bed. And I helped him clean up everything, sort everything, or whatever the case may be. And he said, since I helped him clean up, I could sleep in here, but I didn't. To be honest, I don't think I told YouTube this story, but to be honest, ever since after my great grandma passed away, I remember we used to still go to Southwest. Well, I used to try to spend any chance I get because I was there with my cousin Quetta who lived there and stuff like that. And I know she always had music. Cause she'd go to Florida, burn some party songs and stuff on CDs and stuff, and then bring them back to Philly, and we'd be in her room dancing and stuff like that. And then she invited her sisters over and whoever else. And Mama used to spend nights. Sometimes we slept in the living room. Sometimes we slept up. No, I don't think we ever really slept upstairs. I think I slept upstairs one time with my great grandfather because I got in trouble for cursing. And he caught me cursing out my cousin who was bothering me. And even during that time, I was old enough to curse, but I was close to being old enough to curse, but still. Um, I didn't get yelled at. He just told me to come upstairs. And he asked me why I was out down there cursing. And I told him they kept picking on me. Um, oh yeah. So I remember I started getting scared of certain pictures. Birds. I don't know what it was because I used to be in that house all the time and I spent night multiple times. But it just seemed like after a while, certain stuff started scaring me. I don't know if it was somebody trying to tell me something or what. I don't know, but certain stuff started scaring me. One time I was sleeping in the living room. No, one time I was sleeping down the basement. It was me and my cousins around the same age as me. We was all down the basement sleep, and they wanted to turn the light off, the TV off, and everything. And by the time I woke up, I realized that I was down the basement by myself. So of course I was scared. And it just felt like all the pictures was looking at me. It was like pictures of my aunt Janet, just many other different family members. And then they had this big picture of Mary McLeod Bethune. Then they had a bust of her Mary McLeod Bethune's head. Then there was all those figurines and stuff down the basement. Then you got the back porch. Like I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just really terrified. So I started sleeping upstairs. I sleep on the floor in the living room, the couch in the living room. I don't know. I was just terrified. And then one time, I slept in the living room, and I think I was probably in the living room by myself. I don't know where anybody else is at, but I was in the living room by myself. And my great grandparents had this grandfather clock that was by the steps, and many different pictures hung by that grandfather clock. But I think after a while, they hung this picture of my great grandmother up, and there was a black background, and I think she had on this bluish. I think it was like, what is that color? Is it turquoise or? I believe that's the right color. But it was like this bluish greenish color, if I'm not mistaken. It was a shirt or whatever. And for some reason, I got scared sleeping in the living room by myself because I just felt like stuff was talking. I mean, the pictures was talking to me and stuff. Um, then it got to the point where I didn't want to go down the basement no more. When I was over there, people had to be down the basement with me, or I didn't want to go down the basement no more. And it was a picture of my aunt Janet when she graduated. They had this big poster of her. And the crazy thing about it is that they probably do it. I don't know. The last time I seen that poster was when I lived on Belly Street. But it was a big yeah it was big, and I call it a poster because it was big enough to be a poster. It was a big picture of her that hung on the basement wall by the slide doors to the back porch, and there was a few other pictures of my aunt Jenny down there. But I don't know. It just seemed like after a while, it was just like when my great grandmom passed. It was just pictures after, like if I was by myself, sleep or something in a certain area of the house, I get scared. And then when um when both great grandparents passed away, and we'd still go over there, everything just started to scare me. And it was moments where I felt like I could smell them. There would be moments where I'll be looking around the house looking for them. It was crazy. But yeah, my great grandpa. Don't get me wrong. Both of my great grandparents had a lot of memories and different stuff they like to do. But my great grandpa was a disciplinarian. Well, at least when I was growing up, I believe both of them probably were disciplinarians way before my time. But when I was growing up, my great grandma, it depends. Verbally, she would use words if she was mad at you, and not like cuss you out or whatever the case may be, but like she didn't whoop. She wasn't the whooper or anything like that. My great grandfather, if he had to, he was, or he would hold you down and rub his beard on you. And a lot of his grandchildren, the great grandchildren, they ain't like that. He got me once when I was younger, but it wasn't because I was being bad. We were just playing. And I think I kept laughing because when he used to cut grass, the spiders used to get on him. And since I thought everything was funny, and another thing was he probably got me because I didn't straighten the bookshelves, and he had to do it. But yeah, um, That was funny. Because she swore she wasn't going to get caught. And I don't know if you see me running, why stay upstairs? I mean, yeah, why stay upstairs? Then she wanted to come down the basement, and when my aunt Trina asked her what's wrong, she gonna try to blame me because when I came down the basement, I was laughing. First of all, it's not my fault. You the one who wanted to be showing off, being too loud, and Dad caught you because we was supposed to be upstairs anyway. It was getting late. It was already too loud with the older ones up there, and you want to be trying to show off. And he came down them steps, and when you see me slide my way down the steps, you should follow. But you thought that because my cousin was your sister, you thought she was gonna have your back. And he said no younger kids upstairs. That's what he meant. And you had to get that coot to the potty head. But yeah, that was something else. Mom on the other hand, she was the more laid back and chill one, unless she had a reason to curse you out or something. And I remember every day, Dad would be the one to come pick us up in his cars and stuff, unless another family member had the cars, and he got. I mean, he ain't feel like driving. He got too old to drive. But Dad was the one that used to come pick everybody up and stuff like that. And we lived in Darby and they lived in Southwest. We ain't lived too far. You could walk to mom and dad house from where we lived at. Um I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. Remember, yep, you come in. We all hop in the car, set our house to dad. Um then by the time we get to mom and dad house, everybody walk up the steps, walk to the living room, go to the dining room. That's where she be at majority of the time. We say our highs, give her a kiss on the cheek, tell her about our school day, whatever, have a conversation. She already know what we want. Cereal is in the it's in the cabinet. Don't put too much sugar in your cereal. If you eating like Cheerios or Rice Krispies or something. Um After we eat our cereal, we wash our bowls out, stuff like that. Me personally, I never used to like to drink my milk, so I always get a talking to because of that. Because I done poured too much sugar in it to the point where the milk started turning like a grayish color. And that's how I get caught. But after that, everybody just do it to whatever. We was able to go outside. We wanted to go down the basement and watch TV or whatever. Sometimes we was able to go upstairs in the den. Well, that'd be my room unless my cousins and them was up there. But I would always go in the den if my great grandfather wasn't in there watching his sports or whatever. Because I knew that ain't no everybody want to watch music videos. And my great grandma knew it too. That's why most of the time when we was allowed to go upstairs, it was a den. But then sometimes they get new furniture and new this and new that. So most of the time we wasn't allowed upstairs. It was everybody down the basement or keep yourselves downstairs. Just don't sit on the living room furniture. Um, I'm not gonna say I hate it when family come over, but I just ain't like the fact that when you already watching TV, people think they come over, so you supposed to turn from what you already watching. My thing is, look, we are all family, so if the TV and the dinner is occupied, my great grandparents don't want nobody up there, or somebody already watching TV down the basement. Y'all don't have to damn stay in the basement and try to broil your TV when it's already being watched. There's a whole house up the street, my aunt and niece's house. And the majority of the time, they watching the same shit y'all want to watch. Dragon Ball Z and cartoons and all that shit. And dad number two, Mr. Ruff, he barely was there. So y'all was able to go down the basement and watch TV. And a little secret, the basement had more channels than the one upstairs. The basement had the channels they used to get our asses whooped for watching them. If y'all know what I mean. And trust and believe, they have gotten in trouble several times for getting caught watching them pornos. I love iced coffee, but it had to be a good flavor. I got vanilla. I don't like the mocha. When I was younger, I hated coffee. I thought it stank. I thought it tastes nasty. But one time, who was it? I don't know if it was a teacher or somebody in the family. Uh, no, that's who it was. So we had this babysitter named Miss Pauline, and she used to always drink coffee. She had a coffee maker and everything. Or if we go to a certain store, she'd get her coffee. And I was like, ew, it stink. It's so nasty. I don't want that. So as I got older, I kept saying, ew, it stink. I don't want that. It's nasty. Every time I seen somebody drinking coffee, ew, it stink. I don't want that. It's nasty. Then I realized that could come in different flavors. And to get the nasty taste out, you could put sugar in it. Once I was able to put that sugar in it and the creamer in it and get them different coffee flavors, and I tried it out, you couldn't tell me nothing. I didn't drink it all the time, but I started to love coffee, especially in Delaware. Now, when I was in Delaware, I was a coffee fanatic. Now, I couldn't always drink my cousin to Leah, her mother-in-law, coffee because she had a coffee maker and she was the only one who drunk it in the house. Now she'll offer some sometimes, but she's the only one who drunk that coffee in the house. We have to go out to get the coffee. But when I was in Delaware, I became a coffee fanatic. And there were times when I'd be at school, I'd drink coffee. But yeah, that's who did it. It was our babysitter who got me drinking coffee. Because she found a way for me to stop saying it was nasty, I don't want it. Um, and then I really became a coffee fanatic. Now this is around time. This is like probably 2017, maybe. I was in Delaware and pretty much helping babysit. And we was at a hotel, and they had a coffee maker and they had a tea maker. And I used to drink either or, but I drank coffee a lot more than tea. And don't ever do this. Yeah, it's up to you. You choose, but I'm telling you, yeah, I wouldn't do it if I was you. For some reason, they had coffee. They had lemon, honey, and some other stuff. I'm pretty sure that the lemon and the honey was supposed to be for the tea. Why did I keep putting honey in my coffee? Then they had Frappuccino creamer. Was it cappuccino or Frappuccino? It was one or the other. And they had some other stuff. Now I always put it in my coffee. Mix it up. Put the top on the cup. Stick my straw in. And most of the time, I be at the gym on the treadmill, working out, drinking coffee. Why would I do that? You're supposed to drink water. Why am I sitting there on the damn treadmill drinking coffee? And I'm pretty sure the people at the hotel seen my ass on that camera keep making coffee and then go to the gym trying to work out, drinking coffee. Then by the time I make it to the floor that they was on, back to the hotel room, I gotta go to the bathroom. And most of the time my stomach bubbling because this fool want to keep going to Family Dollar and here and there, and I want to hop my ass in the car because I don't want to be stuck. And I'm like, so, and he drive too fast. So I'm like, slow down. My stomach hurt. My stomach hurt. I feel like I'm about to throw up. Yeah, I bet you are because you want to keep getting on that treadmill, drinking coffee and tea when you're supposed to be drinking water. And I would. There'd be times where I wouldn't there eat nothing. I think that okay, I done drink some coffee or I done drink some tea, so I ain't gotta eat nothing. As soon as I get my ass in that car, now my stomach hurts. And I'm trying to rush to get back. I had issues. Um, don't really have too many memory like big memories when it comes to my cousin Cisco that I can fully remember. Um, I just knew he is around, always smiling, and he always say "What's up, Dane?" and give me compliments and stuff. He's just always cool to be around. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just knew he was around. It was always a good time, and he was always smiling. And it was always fun. Um, Rudy, that man always had a story. Majority of the time it was because he done lost a tooth or something. He was in the family for like that's family. He might not be blood, but that's family. He like him and my uncle Benny knowing each other since they probably was like around 3 or something. So yeah, that's pretty much Uncle Rudy. Uncle Rudy, Uncle Stuart, whatever you want to call him. He answered to both. But sometimes it'll be Snagger because he is always telling the story about losing them too. So I started nicknaming them Snagger. Um, Yeah, that's my biggest memories when it comes to him. Like he is always telling a story, always trying to have us damn laughing. And one of the last conversations I remember having with him, I was at my aunt's house. I was living there, and we were just talking shit like we always do when we seen each other. And I probably was doing my mannequin's hair and stuff, and he was just ask me, did I really like doing hair and stuff like that? If I knew I do hair, and he was letting me know about a cousin of his who was a famous hairdresser and telling me that he was gonna try to hook me up with her or let her know about me or something like that. But My aunt Janet, I got memories. I was old enough to have a few memories. I don't remember fully, but I do remember that she used to babysit us when I was younger. I don't remember if she babysitted my brother little. Maybe so. But I do know that I do know she babysat me. Um, while my mom was working or whatever, and she lived right across the street from us. We both lived on Main Street, and I used to always go to her house, and sometimes it'd be her husband Orlando, my cousin Dwight, and his two kids, little Dwight and Talia. And sometimes they'll just be me and her. Sometimes they'll just be me, her, and Orlando. Um, I remember she used to sleep in one room. The other room was probably just storage. No one really ever went in there. But it was a two-bedroom apartment. Um, and sometimes we just sit in the living room and chill. And so sometimes we sit in her room with her, and I remember me sitting in the room with her multiple times watching TV, or sometimes we just be in the living room chilling. And I do remember she used to drive. I believe she used to drive the family van. But I do know I do know for sure my aunt Janet drove. She drove the family van, and I remember she used to take us to the store. And the crazy thing about it is, I went to that store a couple of years ago, and I had to hold back tears because I remembered the store. But my aunt Jen used to take us to the store, and she used to tell us if we act up, we not getting no snacks or nothing. It was me, like I said, it was me, my cousin Slid, and little Dwight, and before we went either to mom and dad house or wherever we was going, she'd get us snacks. And I don't know what it was, but for some reason, I will always end up getting sick. I don't know. Something was wrong with me. I didn't like the color orange, and I didn't like looking at the sun for too long. But for some reason, I just remember always throwing up. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but I just remember always throwing up. Every time I seen the color orange, I just feel sick and throw up. Um, I don't have no memories of my grandma either because she died before I was even old enough to remember her. I just know that different family members would tell me stories of what she was like and stuff. But I myself, I don't fully remember her. There's a few members that passed on that I don't fully remember. Um, but yeah, a lot of people tell me that she didn't play when it comes to me. She took care of me. She used to draw. She used to sing and stuff like that. And her one of her favorite singers was Whitney Houston. And she liked different movies and TV shows. Um, when it comes to my dad's side of the family, um, from all I remember, my papa, Aunt Kim, Nana Frida, Grandma Diane, and my dad himself. Now, my grandma Diane on my dad's side, she knew of me when I was a baby from the stories I've been told. But that's my grandma Diane. I'm old enough to remember one memory I had meeting her in my older years. And I believe my aunt Kim probably lived in Philly at the time. Yeah, my aunt Kim I believe she lived in Philly at the time, and we was all like the family was all at my aunt Kim house, and my grandma Diane was there. Now everybody else, I'm pretty sure, have known her, met her, and had their experiences with her. But me being a stepchild, that was my first full memory. So it's pretty much like an introduction. Um, and she was just cool. She was funny. She, from what I remember, she was like a mixture of my aunt Jackie and my dad. Yep, that's what I remember. She's a mixture of my aunt Jackie and my dad. She is cool. She is funny, and she is the life of the party. And I remember I was introducing myself to her as if she didn't already know who I was. and she gave me a hug and a kiss. And I don't know if she was wearing, I don't remember if she was wearing lipstick and her lipstick must have got on my cheek or whatever the case may be. But everybody kept calling me Kissy Goo Goo. And I was like, so that's my grandma. You know how when your grandparents squeeze your cheek or kiss you, whatever the case may be, and all the cousins and stuff start teasing you. But I ain't care. I was having fun. Yep, that's what I remember. She is real cool and funny. My Nana Frida, she was always popping up. She'd come to Philly if she had to, or most of the time we'd go to New Jersey to go see her. We didn't even spend the night at her house several times, so of course I knew Nina Frida. Um, Christmases was lit because she always had a gift for everybody. She was also funny. She is cool. Now, and I just remember I will always look at her picture. Like they had pictures of her when she was younger, and I just remember always looking at the pictures and stuff. Yep, she loved dancing. She loved having a good time, and every time we was around, she was fun. And I remember one time we spent the night at her house, and everybody else was sleeping. I was looking through the CDs, and she caught me trying to listen to Mariah Carey. But yeah, I'm shocked I didn't get no pictures with her at the wedding. I got a picture of me and Aunt Jackie dancing on stage, but they ain't take no pictures of me and Nana Frida when she was watching me dance. And that's because they're too busy taking pictures of the photographer too busy taking pictures of the people he's supposed to. And I just happened to be in most of the pictures because I was either outside or on stage. Um, I'm trying to think who else. Oh yeah. Um Pop Pop. Pop Pop was cool and laid back. He is always praying. He was chill, very peaceful. I loved his suits and stuff. I loved his house before he moved Miss Julian. Um, I don't know. I just like being around Pop Pop because every time he was around, everything was just usually peaceful, calm, chill. He worked. He worked at a church, and no nonsense was tolerated around him. And he made everything peaceful. You could be ready to fuck somebody up one day, and you see Pop Pop in there, and you'll forget that you was your man. Um, Pop Pop is also the reason why I don't really do it as much anymore because I eat cereal sometimes, but Pop Pop is the reason why I start liking eating bananas in my cereal because one time me and my brothers and everybody was all over there. He made us all a bowl of cereal in the morning before he went to church, and he cut bananas up because we were supposed to eat our fruits and stuff. Because we always want that sugary cereal, and he wanted us to eat something healthy. And yeah, the banana was kind of soggy, but it made the cereal taste good. He also was the reason. Well, that was on both sides. Pop Pop and Mom and Dad are the main reasons why I started loving peppermints because they always had them. Mom and Dad is the reason I started liking them caramel candies with the marshmallow spot in the middle. I forgot what the hell they called. I hate butterscotch, and they always try to offer, and I say no. I hate butterscotch. Um, but yeah, I like Pop Pop House because I love looking at the pictures. And in the bathroom, he had a bathroom in the room, but the toilet ain't work, so ain't nobody really going to the bathroom in Pop Pop room. But the bathroom outside his room, I think it was a picture of like a ship or something. It was this nice big picture of a ship in the tub or something. It was a really nice picture. But yeah, he had a lot of pictures of family members and stuff. And every time we went over his house, I would always stare at the pictures. And there was this one of my aunt Ruby. I didn't know who she was at first, but every time I went there, I would just keep staring at this picture until Pop Pop and my dad seen me staring at it and let me know who it was, because I would always keep asking who was in each picture. And then when we finally did meet Aunt Ruby, I only met her one time. Um, I believe she was at a nursing home or something because she ain't had no legs or whatever. And I remember when I met her, I would talk to her and stuff, and I was telling her how I like to do hair and I like to write and stuff, and she'd tell me that she used to like the same stuff. And yeah, I think that's the only time we went to go see Aunt Ruby. And I really was sad because I was in Delaware, and by the time I came home, I found out Aunt Ruby passed away. Then somebody in the family, Mike, he passed away around the same time. And I remember him from my childhood because when we lived in Darby, him and his sons would always come over to the house. And that same day I found out Aunt Ruby passed away. Um Me and my cousin Talia, and we was going to Mike's viewing because she wanted to see her dad and her grandma, or whatever the case may be, whatever the situation was. Um, to be honest, I don't even think I remember. I don't think I knew where the hell we was going. But then when we got there, I was like, "Oh shit, I remember him." That's when I got sad and I started crying because I'm like, "Damn, I remember him. He used to always be at our house in Darby, and I remember he had the two sons that used to come over." And I think I went to school with them too in Walnut. Um, then my dad, I got memories for damn days. It'd take me forever to tell about the crazy stuff he used to do. Um, One thing he did that irritated me was he was a damn boogie picker. And when we used to get in trouble, and he ain't feel like whooping nobody or whatever the case may be, he was irritating. The same finger. Now it might not have a boogie on there at the time being, but the same picker. I said a picker. I mean the same finger that he used to pick his boogies with. He used to poke us in the damn neck or poke us in the chest with that same damn finger, and they used to irritate the hell out of me. Oh, I used to get so irritated. Another thing he did that was irritating is now you already know our cousins is always going to laugh. Every time we get yelled at, every time we get beaten, they always was laughing and finding something hell funny. I used to be praying that one day I was there to see them get a whooping. or at least get yelled at. And I was very close. I mean, still am. I mean, we don't see each other as much because I'm a lot older, and everybody do their own thing. But when I was younger, I just always wanted to go to my aunt Jackie house, unless I had other plans. But majority of the time, I always wanted to be around Jackie and my cousins and stuff. So I used to love when I did catch them getting in trouble, because they was always Uncle Eddie going to get y'all, Uncle Eddie going to get y'all, Uncle Eddie going to get y'all, and always laughing. So one time, and I think I might have told you to this. I told y'all this story before, but one time I think we was about to leave, and we were just sitting on the couch waiting because my dad was still upstairs. I don't know if he was using the bathroom or he was still upstairs talking to my Aunt Jackie. No, actually he wasn't. He was upstairs doing whatever. I don't know. But we just waiting and waiting and waiting. And my Aunt Jackie, she just came home from work not too long before. Now I remember, because she was cleaning. And I remember my cousin Jocelyn. She told me, she was like, what did she say? Oh no, she told me that she's on her way back, and he handed her jacket or something that she left, and I'm like, I ain't getting into it. Usually, my Aunt Jackie would come home a lot later in the day, but she ended up coming home early. And my aunt, and my cousin Jocelyn, she ain't know. So she all out with her friends, thinking she was gonna come to the house. Nobody that snitch on her, nor would my Aunt Jackie be there. Newsflash, you're wrong. You came home a little too late. So she all with her friends. And they all, hey Miss Jackie, hey Aunt Jackie, blah 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 blah. Then it get time to get a full greeting. My Aunt Jackie closed that door. She asked her where she been at, and before my Jocelyn could get anything out her mouth, she got her just desserts, and that's for all the damn time she was laughing at us when we got our whoopings and stuff. I was so happy. It took me everything to try to hold that and laughing because I didn't want to get in trouble next. But I didn't care because they was always laughing at us. I'm in my 30s. If my dad was still here, he'd probably still be fussing about something. And if my cousins got the news, although we all are grown now, they would still think something the hell was funny. My cousin Jawan, he laughs sometimes, but he was more the type of person that playfully pick on you. Antoine and Jocelyn was the ones that thought everything the hell was funny. So to add on to that story, Jocelyn wasn't supposed to go outside. Neither was Antoine, but I don't think Antoine lived there at the time. He then moved out and did whatever he wanted to do. So I think they got locked up for curfew or whatever the story may be. I don't fully remember everything. Anyway, and she snuck out. I don't know how long she was going, but she's come back to the house and leaving, come back to the house and leaving, whatever the case may be. And I think she said she went to Sesame Place with my cousin Jawan's baby mom and my cousin Nakaya. She was supposed to go nowhere. She was on strict punishment. No outside, no computer. I don't think anybody had cell phones at the time. She wasn't allowed to do nothing. And the crazy thing about it is, I always felt like my aunt Jackie and her kids always got away with something. They do more stuff than us, and somehow find a way to get away with it. And they Christmases used to be lit. Hell, I used to be jealous of some of their gifts. But it got to the point where I guess they thought my Aunt Jackie was for play. She slapped her ass so hard. That joint was funny. I might not have been able to laugh while I was there. Because if I laughed, I probably would have got in trouble too. By the time I got home, I was in that bitch rolling. And the crazy thing about it, so much happened that damn night. Jocelyn got in trouble for sneaking outside. My cousin doing in the car was playing too damn much. And Nakaya accidentally bust door nose. It was so much that happened that night. Shit was just happening back to back to back. Up until we end up having to go home. But after that powerful victory slam, oh my bad, y'all. After that powerful victory slam, I ain't care about nothing else. I ain't had no plans on spending the night. Nothing. all I knew is I was like, it's about damn time that one of them got in trouble so they can stop laughing at us and thinking that every time we get a beating or we get yelled at, it's funny. Now, for my Aunt Kim, Aunt Kim, I done had plenty memories of her. Aunt Kim, now, like I said, I was close to my Aunt Jackie. I was close to Aunt Kim too, but Aunt Kim was in Jersey. So you like at first she was in Philly, then she went to Jersey. So you rarely seen her unless she came to Philly or unless we end up going to Jersey. And we always be at my Aunt Jackie house. Every house she had, we end up going there. So when it comes to Aunt Kim, um Kim was the one who helped me break out of my shell because like I was telling y'all many times before, every time we'd go to a cookout, at the end of the day, that's my stepdad. So a lot of the family, they probably know of me but don't know me like that. So most of the time when family from different areas come over, I would end up having to introduce myself and let people know who I am or whatever the case may be. Then there's be like it'd be a lot of family and family friends over, and I'll be shy because I don't know who's who. I know my Nana Frida, I know Papa, Aunt Jackie, and several cousins and stuff like that. Aunt Jackie, Aunt Kim, but I didn't know everybody. I ain't know everybody. So I'll be in my own little corner, all nervous and stuff, up until it got to the point where I started getting to know everybody. So when I see him, I wasn't nervous no more. Aunt Kim is one of the main reasons why I broke out my shell because she'd be like, boy, if you don't get up and make you a plate or something, and then she'd turn on music videos because she knew I love music videos and I love dancing around and singing along to the songs and stuff like that. But yeah, one of the funniest memories with Aunt Kim is we was all at Aunt Jackie house, and I think of the family get together. It was something that they was having, and everybody was dancing and stuff. And I don't know if my Aunt Kim was a cheerleader when she was younger or whatever the case may be, but everybody was dancing, and when she then bust down and hit that dance split, I was no more good. We used to be in the house blasting music. We'd be dancing to the electric slide, the cha cha slide, all different types of songs, and all the adults was all dancing and stuff. And when she buzzed down and did that split, I was like, they might be older than us, but don't tell them what they can do. But yeah, then we have Uncle Jesse and Uncle Robert. My two gay uncles. Both Uncle Jesse and Uncle Robert made me comfortable with them being myself. Because they are two men who were truly themselves and ain't give a fuck about nobody goddamn opinion. But if you like it, you like it. If you don't, try them and you're going to find out. Especially Uncle Jesse, because Uncle Robert, from what I remember, he was always to himself and laid back and chill. But Uncle Jesse, his is more of the outspoken one. The life of the party. He liked to dance. He liked to turn up. He liked to go out. He liked to work. And every time he around, he's going to put a smile on your face and have you cracking up to the point where you feel like you about to piss the shit on yourself. Y'all know how Beyonce say Uncle Johnny made my dress? I ain't had no Uncle Johnny. I had Uncle Robert and Uncle Jesse. Cause although Uncle Robert was laid back, he was real cool. And when it comes to Uncle Jesse, he was absolutely the life of the party. Um, and remember, y'all have Uncle Jesse. I believe it was my nephew's first or second birthday, if I'm not mistaken. It was one of his birthdays. I don't know if it was the first, second, third. But the family came over. We was on Belly Street at the time. And all night long, we dancing, got music playing. And Kirk Franklin, what is the name of that song? It was a Kirk Franklin song. Looking for you. Yep. This song came out like around 2005. So yeah, so it's around those years. Yep. So probably was my nephew Yasir first birthday party. And like it was different songs playing, but when Kurt Franklin came on, we was all in the room dancing. This man was falling over the floor. I think he did a few flips. He was break dancing and everything. we had a really good time. But I'm pretty sure every time Uncle Jesse is mentioned, that one day with him dancing around that living room in that dining room is one of the most memorable days. Another thing I liked about Uncle Jesse is, like I said, he was outspoken, and if he speak to you and you act like you ain't hear him, oh, he's going to get out of you. Me and my cousins, we stayed joking about how he used to say hello when somebody act like they didn't hear him and he spoke. But yep. I think I remember telling y'all about Uncle Jesse because he was the one where one time my aunt Jackie and my dad and everybody went out, and I think he stayed at the house with us because wasn't nobody watching us, and we was all doing whatever we wanted to do, thinking he wasn't going to tell. He is a fair uncle who ain't tell, whatever the case may be, and he had the whole house scared. I swore that he is. I could have sworn the whole house could sworn that by the time my dad and them came back, we was gonna get in trouble for something. And he had us so scared trying to calm us down, thinking that we was gonna get snitched on. But he never ever told. YouTube, I've been on here for a while. I've been on here for a whole hour, almost 2 hours. I'm gonna have to hit y'all up later. I knew I said I was gonna do a Bean Boozer video, but I'm not about to be eating these nasty beans throwing up. So I'll talk to y'all later.